You're listening.
You're listening
to the International
Posit
Podcast Network. Yeah! Okay. Welcome to Three Guys, Three Questions. In this lightning round, we test the limits of propriety through the questions you ask us. Did I hear someone hawking a loogie?
No, it was a lightning sound.
Oh, okay. Later, also, we'll follow up on listener questions and comments from the previous episode. So without further ado, here's our first question. This one comes from Ultra Nerd via Twitter. You are running for political office. What tweet will your opponent's campaigns use against you?
So this is back in June, when the Supreme Court decided to uphold gay marriage and I think Obamacare, like in the same week or two.
Right.
If I'm remembering correctly. And I tweeted out, I'm going to go get gay married to my health insurance now. Be right back. So probably that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would...
Might cause some people to be upset.
I think whichever party I am running under will probably hate me for that.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a little bit too encouraging, because, I mean, yeah.
It's either flaunting or dismissive.
Yeah. it's really either entirely too accepting or just a little bit offensive.
It's actually a great bit of writing because really the reader gets to choose how they feel about it.
Yeah.
Right. Mine is a tweet that I don't understand. I have no recollection of why or under what circumstances I tweeted this, but it was it's just quote Pico buttload unquote. That's it.
I assume that's a buttload of Pico de Gallo, right?
No, it's just like a huge buttload, or a small buttload. What's a Pico?
Oh, like a Pico,
or like a Pico.
Like a
picometer?
Picometer? Pico? See, I don't even know the word. I don't know where this came from, but I have a feeling like people will use that to say, like, we knew he had dementia all along. He's unfit for the office.
Okay, so mine, when I was reading this question, I automatically knew which one it was that I was going to say. The tweet goes, I'm not saying white people are boring, but you don't see arts and craft time at the Apollo, do you? Set the glue gun down and dance, honky.
Yeah, I just, pretty sure that one could get you in trouble.
I think people offend everyone.
Wow. Okay, let's move on to the next question. This comes from Wonder Yak via Twitter. What's the worst piece of technology you've ever been forced to use?
Well, I'll go first since I went last time. So back in, it was like 2004. So almost like over 10 years ago.
That's a lifetime for some people.
Yeah, like people that are still barely people. But but I had MP3 players were just becoming popular again. Or not popular, but just popular ever. And I had this little SanDisk one that was like the size of like 3/4 of a business card.
Mm-hmm.
And it had 32 megabytes of space on it. And I think it took one AAA battery to play it. I mean, it was pretty cool. It was small. But
I had one of those. That was when I was doing door-to-door sales in St. Louis, and when I rode my scooter from California to St. Louis, that was all I had. And it fit. I know that it fit the entirety of Born Standing Up by Steve Martin, his audiobook. And then when I got there, I loaded music on it. Yep.
Yeah, so this one, I think it was like 32 megabytes. So it had like enough for like a quarter of an album. And
that's good. I mean, when I'm listening to music, that's usually exactly how much music I want to listen to. Just like 2 or 3 songs.
Right.
Yeah, just enough. But I remember because I was really into music, and I had like CDs and stuff then too, because it was obviously not widespread. But I remember I had to turn back and go back.
Oh wait, you said 32 megabytes?
Yeah, not gigabytes.
Okay. Mine was like a few gigs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I would say this is a while before then.
Right.
But yeah, so I had just enough to listen to some music, enough computer while listening to music and load more music on, and like re-erase it. So it was like a daily process. Like I had to decide what I wanted to listen to that day. when I left home.
That's horrible.
Adam.
I'm gonna have to go with the POS system that I used when I worked at a pizza place.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let everybody know that I do mean both senses of that term. But yeah, the point of sale system was just the worst.
Oh, point
I'm not going to say it.
No, I knew the other one. Point of sale is what I was looking for.
Oh, I thought it was pizza ordering system.
No, it's the point of sale system. It was horrible and it was clunky and it was from like 1997 and I hated it.
Nice. Mine was the BlackBerry Storm.
I remember that.
Which was BlackBerry's foray into touchscreen phones. But here's the extra little icing on top. The screen was actually a giant button that would click up and down because that's good. It was
just a button, like it did one thing.
Well, no, not in that it was a button, but the screen moved up and down so that you had a tactile click to the screen instead of, because before touchscreen phones came out, that was everyone's, how would you type on a touchscreen? And so
everyone does it all the time.
Yeah, right. But back then it was like BlackBerry's like, whoa, just a touchscreen? No, that's too far. We're gonna make it click. And also it was BlackBerry and it was terrible and it was frustrating to use it. The biggest mistake is that I bought an iPod Touch after I'd had the Storm for a while, and every time I had to switch from my iPod Touch to my Storm to do something, I just wanted to throw it against the wall. Like, it was just that frustrating every single time I used it. It was awful.
Does BlackBerry still make phones?
I think they
kind
do.
of. Yeah, I think they use Android now, the operating system.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Yeah.
Lightning round, remember? Right. Sounds more like a whip.
Sounds like a gunfire whip.
Maybe
that
a name.
guy who makes sound effects with his mouth, whatever his name is. I'm sure his name is Foley or something.
Matt Foley. This comes from Anomalous via the Mayflower. If you were a pilgrim, what would your name and occupation be? I'll go first because I think mine is pretty good.
Okay.
I'm Jasper Giles Goodman.
Oh, that's nice. That sounds
It's like
good.
I get it. It's funny because with this last name, everyone's gonna start misspelling it as Goodwin, which is the exact opposite of what happens now. Every time I'm all Goodwin, they're all Goodman. Nope.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I would be a turkey farmer.
Oh, fun times.
I
Fun
can see
times.
that.
Right.
Turkeys are mean.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, go.
And stupid. Mine would be Oceanus Thomas Billington. It's a mouthful, which is
Did
good.
you just try to
because-
find the coolest names and then put them all together?
No. So, I mean, this website that we use, my favorite food is ham. My occupation, blacksmith, obviously. And my favorite thing about Thanksgiving is watching the Snoopy Charlie Brown Christmas or whatever, it's the special. Words are hard. Because my name is Oceanus Thomas Billington, and that takes up all of my words.
What's your occupation?
Blacksmith.
Oh, okay. Oh, I lied. My occupation is actually a mason. Okay. Andrew.
Okay. So my name is Miles Wrestling Warner. And oh shoot, what was okay?
I don't think wrestling's a name. That's
I would have said the same thing, except I went to the website that you just toted as your reference resource.
What's your occupation?
It's also actually blacksmithing because I think we had this discussion in an earlier episode.
Not if your middle name's wrestling.
Oh, I think my wrestling is better than Thomas. Just saying.
All right, ladies.
Notice on the website you get to choose mini names from different types. If you didn't notice. Anyway.
Okay. Well, the link to this site will be in the show notes. You can let us know what your Thanksgiving name is going to be.
I just want to admit right now that I just said all right, ladies, and that's because I live in an office, or I work in an office full of really, really sexist men, and it's apparently worn off on me. I apologize. I'm so sick of it. Okay.
Sexism is a disease.
Oh my gosh, it's just like every day. Okay. Mason / turkey farmer. I'm putting this in the show notes. In as much as it's possible, Adam, where can people find these show notes?
At 3g3q.co.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Let's discuss some follow-up and feedback right now, shall we?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Okay. Wow, Adam. First item, that White Space is Your Frenemy book, whatever it's called. It's taken the net by storm.
It really has, and I feel bad because I feel like I started it, and I feel like everybody who started looking at it started doing so before they realized how terrible it was.
Now it's too late.
And it's like, oh, they've gone too far.
I know that because I looked it up on Amazon while we were recording the show, I've seen like 3 ads for that. and here's the thing, I have ad blockers. So I'm pretty sure it's like not a normal ad, like it's done by some sort of warlock.
Yeah, well, white space is not your enemy.
How hard it's trying to convince me of that makes me believe otherwise. That's all I'm saying. But what else is going on with that?
Somebody from our friend podcast, All of the Above, which is not exactly happening anymore. But I forgot which person is reading it. But they actually ordered it, and they have it, and now they're going through it. And every time I think about it, like, I feel like I've made the world a little bit worse of a place. That one more copy of this book is now released into the wild. Right,
it's Brian M. Brush he's bought the book. He's gonna start. He's gonna do a breakdown of it, a review.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the review. But I feel like I need to apologize to Brian just one more time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm just this poor fellow.
And then I think Jeremy Holmes from the Nerd Out Loud podcast is having the same problem as you are. He looked it up, and now it's following him around the internet.
Yeah.
Don't look it up is what you're trying to say.
Don't Google this. It'll curse you.
This is like This Man. Have you seen This Man? Do you guys remember that?
Nope.
Oh,
it's like an internet meme where it's like a conspiracy theory kind of site where it talks about people saying they've seen this man in their dreams. And now that you know about it, you'll see him in your dreams. And it's like the most freaking scary idea because you're telling people that you can expect this very specific nightmare.
I remember that. It never happened.
No, it didn't. Not for me. It's not real, so don't worry, guys.
It's not real, so you can look it up, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. You can use it to scare other people. Pillow Talk with Adam. You've been going on and on about some pillow, and I want to know what's this pillow?
So yeah, I wore a hole into my sheets because I toss and turn a lot.
I did that like a few months ago. No joke. My toes wore a hole into my sheets.
So I went to Bed Bath and Beyond on purpose and without the intention of buying my mom a present. And I bought myself some super soft sheets and a new pillow. And the next day, I woke up just feeling amazing. I was like, this is the world's best day. And I had the world's best night's sleep. So I got a little concerned. I was kind of wondering if maybe my pillow got me high somehow.
Which also would be a pretty awesome pillow.
Which would be awesome. And considering how much I paid for it, it probably should get me high.
The last piece of follow-up is categorized under, am I being detained?
I know my
rights. The new sketch comedy show with David Cross and I'm forgetting his name.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. They just released one of the sketches from the show that's coming out next week, I believe, on Netflix, and it's
good. Just watch it.
Yeah, the link is in the show notes, but it's basically he's satirizing one of those. What are the name of them, Adam?
Oh,
those kind of people that do that.
Freemen of the land.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
it's a constitutionalist.
That's the word.
Sovereign citizens. That's what it is. Well, yeah. So you have that to look forward to. Other than that, I just want to say thanks for listening, guys. Would you like us to cover your quandary or settle a debate? Would you?
Yes.
Okay, good. You can send your questions to us, and we'll provide answers as deep and meaningful as those we just gave. There's several ways for you to get your questions to us, but only one of them works right now. Oh, actually, two of them. So tweet your question with the hashtag Ask3G, and hey guys, send us your questions. Especially if you haven't before, because we're running out, and Ultra Nerd has basically started a cottage industry of supplying us with questions.
Not that we don't want him to stop.
No, not at all, because he has good questions. But we also want you can leave a voicemail or send a text. Actually, I did get a text, but it was a little bit too late to get in the show this week, so it'll be in next week. You send that to 760-881-4382. Other than that, until next time, we hope you had a wonderful week and remember to question everything. Oh, I should stop recording.